Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock on a Monday, which means it's time for a 5x5. Now, this is where I take 5 subjects related to magic. I spend 5 minutes talking about each subject and then move on to the next subject. It's always quick, it's always snappy. You never know what you're going to get. And today, you do know what you're going to get, because I'm going to theme this 5x5 around a particular subject, which is creators in magic. Now, there's more creators in magic than ever before. People creating magic. I'm talking about people creating and selling magic to the wider magic community. I'm not talking about people that create magic for their own act. I'm talking about people who create a magic trick and then put it out for the general public to buy and review. And you know what? I've kind of got an interesting take on a lot of this stuff, because I am a creator as well as being a reviewer. So I kind of look at things a lot of the time from both sides of the fence. Now, on the channel in the past, I've put loads of videos up on 5 controversial pieces of advice for amateurs, 5 controversial pieces of advice for professionals. But what I have here, I have a list of 5 things that creators in magic should never ever do. Now, unfortunately, this happens, and it happens an awful lot, but these are 5 things that should never happen. If you are a creator in magic, if you are an aspiring creator in magic, if you want to be a creator, if you have any intention of creating magic in the future, then these are 5 things that you really should avoid. Because the thing is, as a creator, you've only got one chance to make a first impression. And if you do stuff that annoys the wider community, there's going to be less of a chance that you're going to be a successful creator, because people are just going to give you a wide berth. It happens an awful lot in this community. You bring one trick out, or you do one thing that people perceive is not the right thing to do, and it can be a long time for you to restore your reputation. And I know this from many years ago, releasing Red, and we all know that story. I don't need to go through it again now, but it took me almost 10 years to bounce back. So I understand where I'm talking from. I'm talking in many places, in many cases on this list, I'm talking from experience. But, you know, like I say, there's more people coming into magic that want to be creators than ever before. People looking to have their first trick come out, people who are putting an ebook out, people who are putting a trick out on the Penguin Partner Program, something like that. And this is the advice I would give them. These 5 things in this list are 5 things that if you're a creator, you should never, ever do. I'll give you one other caveat before we start. I am not saying I'm perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I try my absolute best. I think most people would agree that if I bring a trick to market, it is generally well thought out, it's well structured. You might not like it. Hey, not everybody can like everything. It's impossible for everybody to like everything. There's tricks that a lot of people like that I hate. There's people that like my stuff. There's people that don't like my stuff. I don't think there's one creator in magic that's been universally praised. So, you know, it's always subjective when you're looking at tricks and reviews and so on and so forth. But there are certain things that you can do as a creator that will, I think, make you a little bit more successful. And we're going to go through that list right now. 5 things that you should never do as a creator. Now, the first one is pretty fucking obvious as far as I'm concerned, but unfortunately, a lot of people balls this up right from the very beginning. So I'm going to say it. The first thing that creators should never do is take money and not send the product. Take money and not send the product. It goes without saying, right? But I see so many creators doing it. So there's a lot of creators that will create and market their own trick. You know, it won't go through a Penguin Magic or a Murphy's Magic or something like that. It'll go through their own database. It'll go through their own website, and it'll be marketed to their own followers. And then what will happen is people will buy this trick and they will spend money on this trick, and that trick will never fucking arrive. I've had it happen to me. I've bought tricks off people and they've just completely ignored me. They completely avoided me. 2 years later, I still haven't got the trick, and they're selling other tricks online as if nothing's happened. And there are creators that do that. Now, I've never had experience of it, but I've heard from many, many people that this has happened with people like Daniel Madison. And he's got a huge name in this community and is very respected, and for good reason. He's done an awful lot for this community. But the bottom line is, if there's no smoke without fire. And it doesn't matter whether you're Daniel Madison or whoever the hell else is doing this. If you constantly have people that are saying, oh, I bought a trick off him, I sent him my money and then he never sent me the trick, or I had to try and contact him 15 times and I had to threaten legal action, or I had to threaten to take the PayPal funds away before he actually did anything and got back in touch with me. If the people are doing that over and over again, it means that you are doing something wrong. Like me, for example, right? I have the infrastructure to set up a magic shop right here in my office if I wanted to. I have members of staff. I have the systems and procedures inside this office to be able to do that. But I don't do that. I have a little magic shop. It's called magictv.org. People buy stuff from it and I send it out. My team send it out when we get an order. But I'm not a magic shop by any stretch of the imagination. And I wouldn't want to be, which is why I've never released a trick of my own. What I mean of my own is I've never released a trick where I'm the one that's sending it out. I will always work with another company. Why will I always work with another company? Because I don't want to be in a situation where I'm having to post a load of stuff out and I'm going to have to make sure that that's done in a timely fashion. So I'm going to have to pull staff off other tasks that they're doing that might be more important, which means that, you know, other areas of the business are going to suffer, or I'm ending up not sending it out when I should be sending it out. None of that appeals to me. So you're never going to see me releasing my own magic tricks through my website. It's just never going to happen. What I like to do is go somewhere like Penguin or Murphy's or Alakazam or somewhere else and say, hey, here's the trick. You put it all together. I will promote the hell out of it for you and I'll help people know what it is and I'll communicate with everybody and I'll tell everybody what it is. But there's no way in God's green earth that I'm going to be prototyping it myself or I'm going to be making it myself and posting it out. That's not something I'm going to do. So if you are a magic producer or if you are a creator in magic and you have your own little shop that you send things to and you create stuff, and it happens an awful lot, and that's fine. You know, Carl Purnell does this. David Jonathan does this. There's a bunch of people that does this and there's nothing wrong with it. But if you're going to do it, be that David Jonathan, be that Kyle Purnell. Don't be the dickhead who says, yes, I've got this new trick. Everybody come and buy my new trick. This is my new product. Everybody come and buy it. It's the best thing that you've ever seen. It is the best thing you'll ever see. Come, flood me with money. Give me all the money. I want all of the money. I want it now. Give me all the money. And then you sit there with all of this money and then you go, well, I've got all of these parcels. What shall I do with all of these parcels? I know what I'll do. I'll fucking do nothing with them because I don't care about my customers. Because if you cared enough about your customers, you'd be posting that shit out immediately. Again, it comes back to what I said. You've only got one chance to make a first impression. And if you get a reputation as being the guy who does this and doesn't deliver on the promises that they've said and deliver things in a timely fashion, then you're going to have hard time people trusting you. And the magic community is forgiving, but they're only forgiving to a point. So, number one, if you are a creator and you take money off people and then not send out the product and then lie about it afterwards and pretend you've sent it and you haven't, you're a piece of shit and you should stop doing that immediately. While we're on the subject of over-promising and not delivering, let's look at point number 2, shall we? Point number 2 is promise something about a trick or a service and not delivering. Promise something about a trick or a service and not delivering. So there's a few different examples of this. It could be that you're bringing a trick out and it says that it does something and it doesn't do that thing. It could be that it's okay, I'll give you a perfect example. When I launched the Netrix, and I don't want to make this about my stuff, but when I launched the Netrix 2.5 years ago now, I said every 2 weeks I'm going to bring out 5 new tricks. Every 2 weeks, I'm going to bring out 5 new tricks and I'm going to upload them to the Netrix. And it's either going to be from me or it's going to be from one of the team in the Netrix, like Adam Wilbur or Justin Miller or somebody like that. But every 2 weeks, 5 new tricks are going to be uploaded to the Netrix. And we launched with 100 tricks and we upload 5 more, a minimum of 5 more every 2 weeks. I don't know how long the Netrix has been going. What, a couple of years, 2.5 years, coming up to 3 years, something like that. We have never failed to upload every 2 weeks, ever. Now, I've gone through a whole bunch of stuff in my life. We've gone through Ryland being on Britain's Got Talent. We've been on Ryland's going through America's Got Talent. Gone through being ill, really ill. My wife really ill. My kids ill. Been through Christmas periods where I'm gigging every single second, and yet still I found time for every 2 weeks to upload those 5 tricks to the Netrix. I think at this point people trust me. When they join the Netrix, they know that every 2 weeks there's going to be a new trick. I'm filming this on a Monday. It's currently a Monday afternoon. Guess what? On a Monday, we upload to the Netrix. We've just had 5 new tricks go up this week. That is what I mean by delivering on your promises. If you are offering a service, if you're offering a service and you say, hey, I'm going to do this, fucking do it. Because the people that are paying you money are paying you their hard-earned money in return for getting what you said you would give them. And if you're not delivering what you said you would give them, then you are fucking lying to them and you don't deserve their money. It's as simple as that. You decide what the product or the service is that you want, and you deliver it to those people. Once they've paid for it, they are entitled to get everything that you have promised. And if you haven't promised it, that's fine. But if you've promised it, you've got to deliver it. If you say in your trailer that something's going to happen, then you better make sure it's going to happen. And I'm not talking about something subjective that's open to opinion, because I know there's going to be some Luke Dancy followers there that are going to go, well, Craig, when he ringed out the quantum deck, he said that it was examinable, and it wasn't examinable because you can't examine it because there's roughing fluid on the cards. And shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. If you're one of the Luke Dance's little crybabies that bitch and moan about that, I'm telling you right now, that is subjective. I have proven over and over again with multiple live performances that the quantum deck is completely and fully examinable. And anybody who goes into the comments and says, oh, the quantum deck's not examinable, do me a favor, just remove your tongue from Luke Dance's butt for 5 seconds and then come and meet me somewhere, anywhere, wherever you want. At a magic convention. I'm all over the place. Come and meet me. Take me to whichever bar you want to do. Point out a table of lay people. I'll go over and do the quantum deck. I will blow their ever-loving tits off. And then I will hand them the fucking deck and they will find nothing. So I'm not talking about this subjective thing. Oh, the quantum deck, fuck off. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where you guarantee that something is going to happen and it's not going to happen. You're offering a service like Alakazam Unlimited, for example. If they released Alakazam Unlimited and they said they're going to bring out, and they didn't, that would be an issue. Now, luckily, the team at Alakazam, they're very, very, honest, and they're always going to deliver on what they said. You've got to make sure that that's the case. In this industry, you've got to make sure that if you say you're going to do something when it comes to a product, if you say you're going to do something when it comes to a service, you do it. That's really, really important. I stand here and I tell people that I'm going to release a couple of videos minimum every single day on YouTube, and I do. Every single day, you know there's going to be a minimum of 2 videos going up on YouTube, normally more. So, you know, it's really important that as a creator, you build trust with the people that follow you. You build trust with the people that buy your stuff. And if that trust isn't there because you said you're going to do something and you're not, it's very difficult to win that trust back. Okay, number 3, the third thing that magic creators should never do if they're releasing a trick. And this is a bugbear of mine. I spoke about this on the channel about a year ago, but I'm going to say it again because it is definitely a big part of what I need to talk about here. Never, ever, ever release a trick with no live performances. I do not understand why in this day and age you cannot release a trick with no live performances. Now, there are tricks out there, and I know because I review more tricks than most, there are tricks out there where there are no performances, period. It's a guy standing in front of a camera for 15 minutes telling you how the trick's done, and then that's it. There's nothing. There's also people out there that do a studio performance only. So they're not going out and they're doing live performances, but they are doing studio performances. And then there's people that go out and do live performances to real people and include those on the project. I do not fucking understand why anybody is releasing a product these days with at least a minimum of a studio performance. Because it is really, I can't do that because it's too much, it's too difficult to go out there and get a live performance. Then go and get somebody else to get a live performance that isn't lazy as fuck. Go out and find somebody. You are literally, the cameras these days in your phones are amazing. Go get your phone, hand it to somebody, walk out. If your trick's so good, if your fucking trick is so good that you feel the need to sell it to magicians and you stand behind that trick 100% to the point that you're happy to put it into Murphy's and therefore have it go around every single fucking magic dealer in the world, then here's what you do. You back your shit up. You take your phone, you take your little shitty trick, you put it in your pocket. You take your phone, you walk out into the fucking street. You walk up to the first group of people you see and you go, hey, here's a phone. Do me a favor, please film this. And then you post that on the fucking... And you know what? The reason why a lot of people don't do this is because they release shitty, wanky, fucking bollocky, twatty tricks that wouldn't fool a blind monkey, that have literally been a brain fart, and it never works, and you probably created it a week before, and you're not getting a live performance because you know it doesn't work. Those are the people. There are a big percentage of people that are bringing tricks out with no live performances because they can't do it. Oh, but I'm not a very good performer. Great, Lloyd Barnes isn't a very good performer, but he gets other people to go and perform his magic for him. You don't have to be a great performer. If you believe in your trick, contact a few magicians and have them perform the trick for you. Like, I'm currently bringing a whole bunch of stuff out, and I'm running around. I'm insisting to magic companies that I get multiple live performances. So I've got a trick that is coming out through Murphy's soon, and this trick that's coming out from Murphy's soon is by myself and Lloyd Barnes, and we did the tutorial together. Lloyd doesn't perform, so I said, no problem, I will get the performances. I have been out now for 4 days getting live performances. I drove down with Nemid Phoenix to London to go to the Magic Circle to get live performances. We went all around London to get live performances. Why? Because I want multiple live performances on the project. I want people to see how this plays in the real world and the reactions that it gets. Alakazam, when I started working with Alakazam, the first trick I brought out was Gossip. Gossip was filmed in the middle of fucking COVID, and I arranged, when you couldn't meet up with anybody, I arranged to meet in a field with somebody to literally do a trick to him and his girlfriend. And I was there, and I brought Sarah with me, and she had the camera, and she was like distancing. We were all social distancing, and I still did a live performance because it was important for me to do. These days with Alakazam, I used to do sort of studio performances, but even now I'm insisting on going out and getting live performances. Me and Nem are going out and getting live performances for every single Alakazam trick because I stand by my trick, and I insist on having live performances so people can see that it works in the real world. And if you are a creator and you're not putting a live performance on, or at least a studio performance as a bare minimum, have a quiet word with yourself. It doesn't have to be the best performance in the world, but it has to show that the trick works. It has to show. It's not so much about seeing the trick performed, although there's an element to that. It's more about you backing your shit up. It's more about you showing the world that you believe in this product, and you actually, and for the people that go, oh, I think a live performance is overrated because the young magicians, what they do is they watch the live performance and then, oh, fuck off. Some of the best performers in the world are young magicians. Why is it that people always do that? Why is it that people go, oh, I don't think we should do it like that because of young magicians? Do you realise that half of the young magicians in the world today are a fucking million times better than the old farts like me? They have more skill, they have more talent, they have more desire, they have more ability, and they are the future of this fucking industry. And I guarantee you right now that the only people that are fucking taking tricks that are released and copying the presentation ad infinitum are people that have been in magic for 20 years that are fucking lazy as fuck, not the young magicians that are hungry, that are going out and posting on videos on social media all the time. Not at all. If you are a creator and you don't put a live performance on, either your trick's fucking shit or you're a lazy motherfucker. Which one is it? Okay, so the fourth thing that creators should never do, never, ever do, if they're creating magic, the fourth thing is bring something out that is not fit for purpose. Bring something out. Now, again, this is subjective. I'm not talking about, well, this is a bad trick. This is a good trick. This trick's not very good. This trick is very good. I'm not talking about that because magic is subjective. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I'm cool with that. I'm talking about tricks that just don't fucking work. Let's talk about the N pad. Everybody remembers the N pad. If you've forgotten about the N pad, this was my review of the N pad, and this is what I felt about it. This is from a couple of years ago. Let's have a look at this.
This doesn't even go in a bottom drawer. 200 quid, 200 pounds. I absolutely hate this piece of crap. I hate it. That's what it's worth. It's worthless. You should be ashamed of yourself. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm sorry, but we're just going to throw it in the bin anyway. No, come back. We're going to throw it in the bin anyway. Of course we have. Are we going to use it? We're going to do anything with it. It's useless.
The N pad is a perfect example. It didn't do what it said it was meant to do. It was a complete and total cash grab. I'll give you another example of something that I've seen recently. Tornado by Peter Eggink is 160, 170 quid, something like that. First of all, it wouldn't fool a blind monkey. Second of all, it burnt, it broke, even though I was using it exactly like I was meant to use it, it broke within literally half an hour of opening it up. I spent 160 quid, and literally I could have taken 16 £10 notes, wiped my arse with them, and flushed them down the toilet, and it would have been more of a use of that money than actually buying Tornado, because it is not fit for purpose and it doesn't work. There are a ton of gimmicks that come out these days that are badly made, or they're 3D printed and not injection molded, and they look like a bag of shit, and they feel like a bag of shit, and they break within 15.3 seconds. They are not, I repeat, they are not fit for purpose. The magic community is sick to death of creators taking the piss out of them, creating a really flashy, wonderful fucking trailer that makes you look like fucking Michael Bay's love child, and fucking then bringing a trick out that falls apart within 3 seconds is not good enough. By the way, when we're talking about trailers, I don't fucking understand how you can have a trailer with live performance footage, but then you don't include live performance footage on the trailer. Why is that? I don't get it. I see it all of the time. Even somebody respected, like there's a magic company that's, fuck it, I'll say it. You know, I've got a lot of respect for the 1914, but they've just brought this trick out that's like a coin thing, where you can guess where it is. It's like a witch hand thing. And in the trailer, there's footage of Alex doing that on stage. Where is it in the tutorial? It just doesn't exist, right? And 1914 are a company that normally do things 100% correctly. Maybe it was an omission. I don't know. All I know is I'm sick to death of trailers showing footage which are then not included in the real product. I'm also frustrated with tricks coming out that are just not fit for purpose. I really, it comes down to a couple of things. It comes down to having respect for the people that buy your shit, and it comes down to not rushing something out to market. Like, I've got something coming out very, very soon through Penguin called Level Up. Oh, he said the name of a trick that's coming out soon. Yeah, I am. Level Up. 3.5 years this has been in the works. We went through multiple 3D prints. We went through multiple injection moldings. We've eventually got to the point where it was actually perfect. And then what did I do? I spent 2 days in Columbus filming tutorials with multiple routines, and I spent multiple live performances because I care about my audience. I care that people that buy the trick actually have everything that they need to do the trick. It's not going to break within 15.3 seconds, and I give them a bunch of information that they can use so they can do whatever they want to do. And while we're at it, what the fuck is it with people saying they don't like long tutorials? You're like, oh, Craig, I don't buy Craig stuff because it's too long. 9 hours is too long. I can't believe I'm in a fucking industry where people moan about the length of a tutorial because they've got too much information. I get that from the old L&L DVDs. You know, Bill Malone would bring out a 4 DVD set. You'd have hours of material and you would go and watch it and then you'd have an act, you know? When I bring out something like Evoke, or I bring something out like the Quantum Deck, or I bring something out like Nightshade or something like that, I want to put as much information in there as possible, because I don't know which routines that I'm going to suggest that you perform will be best for you. Now, if it was 9 hours of waffle, that's fine. And somebody there is going to go, but it is 9 hours of waffle, Craig, because you're a bag of shit. Fuck off. Here's the thing. If it was 9 hours of waffle, then perhaps, right? But I always try to put as much information in there as I can. And I always include a quick start. Most of my tutorials, all of my tutorials, you can learn the trick in the first half an hour. Everything after that is gravy. You learn what routines that you want to learn. You put aside the routines that you don't want to learn. It's as simple as that. Whether you agree with the length of my tutorials or you disagree with the length of my tutorials, one thing you can't argue about is that I've given it a lot of thought. I have put a lot of care and attention into the trick that I'm presenting for you, and you can see that because there's multiple live performances and there's a lot of material on there, and you can choose which way that you want to go with it. You compare that to somebody who brings a trick to market. It's a 10-minute tutorial. The gimmick falls apart within 0.3 seconds and there's no live performances, and you see the difference. And you know what? If somebody else had had the idea for something like Evoke and they'd come up with exactly the same idea as Evoke and marketed it to magicians, you will know as well as me that there's people out there that would have put it out as a half-an-hour tutorial at best. So I'm going to carry on putting the long tutorials together because I believe it shows that I care about my products, and most importantly, I care about the people that buy my tricks. I want them to have all the information that they need. Anyway, I've gone slightly off topic here. When you bring stuff out, make sure it's fit for purpose. I'm now making this list and I realise it could have been 15 points longer. But the one final point that I want to make, the one final thing that I want to make today, what was this? Okay. The one final point that I want to make is something that creators should not do. Do not be everywhere promoting the trick and then go silent a week afterwards when the shit hits the fan, or when there's questions or there's problems and you can't answer it. I made that mistake with Red. I've always tried to be present when it comes to my products. And I bought Red out many years ago. And the shit hit the fan and then some, and rightfully so. And I just went silent. I didn't know how to deal with it. And so I just disappeared off the face of the planet. And it's the wrong thing to do. I tell you from experience, the best thing that you can ever do in any situation is to communicate with the people that are buying your trick, because at the end of the day, you can't have it two ways. You can't be a creator in magic. I want to be a creator in magic. I really do. Oh, I love the idea of selling my tricks. I want to be a creator in magic. Well, you can't be that guy and then have all of the money come in because the magic community bought into whatever trick that you've bought out. And then when there's a problem or there's an issue, you disappear off the face of the fucking planet and you're never to be seen. And I see it all of the time. Look, I see it on the Magic Cafe. People going on the Magic Cafe and somebody posts a link to their new trick and it's like, oh, thank you very much, blah, 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 blah. And all of the people are saying it's really good and they're replying to every single comment. And then when someone says something negative, they're nowhere to be fucking seen. They vanish. They're gone. Never to be seen again. Look, I've got into arguments with people in the past and that's absolutely not maybe the right thing to do, but I have. But you can't deny that I'm always present on the Magic Cafe. Look at the Lucky Lotto thread. I was going back and forth with unbiased magic reviews, and you know, you can argue as to who was in the right and who was in the wrong there, but I was present the entire way through. I was answering every single question, every single concern, every single thing that people bought up. I was there. It's not like I disappeared. Same with every single product I've bought out. Now I'm a full-time professional magician. I run 4 companies. I produce a lot of videos. Sometimes it'll be days before I go on the cafe. But what I do is I go on the cafe, I go on latest and greatest. I look for any of my products. And if I've had someone talk about a product, I will go on there, I'll reply. And if there's any concerns, I'll reply to that. I think it's really important to be present. What you don't want to do is just collect the money and then fuck off, because that shows that you don't care about your end users. It's a very short-term way of thinking as opposed to a long-term way of thinking. You see, I want people to know that whether you like my tricks or you don't like my tricks, I stand behind them 100%. And like I said, you can't like everything. It is impossible to like everything. It's never going to happen. But I want people to know that if you like my tricks or you don't like my tricks, I'm going to be present. I'm going to be there. I'm not going to run under a rock and hide. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to be there 100%. And the problem is there's a lot of magicians that are more than happy to be there and they're more than happy to be present when the trick first comes out. But when there's concerns, when there's problems, when there's customer service issues, when there's after sales issues, when there's issues with how the trick works or how it operates or anything like that, then they disappear. Now, I'm not the most responsive when it comes to text messages or Facebook messages or any sort of messages like that. I'm just not, because look, here's the thing. I'm a busy guy and I literally wake up to about 100 text messages, not text messages, but Facebook messages, those sort of messages. I probably come back to about 100 every single day. And it is almost impossible. It would be a full-time job. I would literally spend from 9 till 3 every single day replying to emails and stuff. If my goal was to answer everybody's emails and I would respond. It would never happen. I would just literally spend all day, every day doing that. There would be no magic TV. There would be no tricks coming out. There would be no non-stop kids. There would be no slightly unusual. None of that would exist because I'd just be sitting there replying to people's questions. I answer the phone whenever anybody rings me, absolutely. And any questions that people have, I do the Q&A on a Sunday, and I direct people to. But that's why I don't release product myself, because if somebody's got an issue with something that I've bought out, I'll try and help them. But if I'm not present, let's say I'm on the road for a week performing, I know that will be dealt with by the production company or by the magic shop that they've got it from, right? And then when I get back, I will eventually get around to all of that. But what you don't want to do is just disappear off the face of the planet and nobody knows where you are. That is not the way to deal with things as far as I'm concerned. If you are a creator in magic, you need to be there to be able to answer people's questions and concerns. So there you go, guys. That's another 5x5 in the bag. 5 things that really piss me off about creators. I want to know what you think in the comments down below. Have you had that? Have you had someone take your money and not send you product? Have you had someone that's sold a trick to you and it's not delivered? Have you had? Do you get annoyed with live performances not being on products? Have you ever seen something that's not been fit for purpose? Let me know in the comments down below. I really want to know what you guys think. Don't forget, you want to see more videos like this? It's very, very simple. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'm going to be back again soon, but don't forget, in the meantime, you can join the Nettrix. It's www.thenettrix.com. That is www.thenettrix.com. You can get access immediately and you can see all the fusses about. I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Craig from Magic TV.